Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, has this one teed up.
And off we go from Seattle.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the toss to Charbonnet. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
Now Darnold. And Walker with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A gain of a yard.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Darnold from the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Arizona.
They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercado. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now Murray off play action. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The give is to DiMercado. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They fake the handoff. Now Murray completes this to Elijah Higgins. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this to DiMercato. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the gun, Murray. He's got Harrison left side complete.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case,
Amari DiMercato taking it in from a yard out. And the Cards have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Seahawks 3.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Faking the give. Darnold. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Off of play action, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
3rd and 5.
Darnold now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
To throw is Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Sam Darnold, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Well, the defensive coverage was was good, so good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 10.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Cardinal first down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 10-7 our score after one, right here on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Murray now to throw. They'll set up the screen to DeMercado. Touchdown, Cardinals. Amari DeMercado. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals have moved out in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Ryland on for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So we stop for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Darnold.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Play action. It's Darnold.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Gain of 23 more yards. That's another Seahawks.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
That'll be caught by Cobb.
And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
14 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker,
A 5-yard touchdown.
and the Seahawks have yet again retaken the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cardinals offense and running back Amari DiMercato getting ready for this next possession. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Murray.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Sam Darnold going to lead his offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. Takes it to about the 37.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
15 yards on the play. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold.
Going right back to Smith and Jigbo.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Darnold. He finds his man. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Now Murray. Wilson's got it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
This 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's DiMercado.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
the 47-yard
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 82 yards. As these guys are able to extend their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Murray now. And to the left side here, Wilson.
Murray's pass complete to number 14, Michael Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Running, DeMercado.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
For a second there, you looked down on the field. I almost thought I saw Kyler Murray in an Oklahoma jersey.
The colors are similar, though, right?
Yeah.
He is not just quick, because he's every bit of that. He truly is fast. He's as fast as the fastest players in the NFL. And when he puts it all together and makes the proper read, you can see the defense's eyes go wide because now they've got to deal with him downfield. He's hard to get down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's DeMercado. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Murray going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 22 yards.
And the Cardinals are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. He juked him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators are probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. And that is incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away.
Greg George deep for Arizona.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, that blitz had no problem finding its target, did it? Zone blitz. So the defensive linemen drop out instead of rushing the quarterback, and you replace them with linebackers or safeties. Throws off blocking assignments and throws off the reads of the quarterback, and that makes it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Shotgun now from Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray.
They'll set up the screen to DeMercado.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
For the first across midfield to the 48. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
First down. A gain of 7.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing now is Murray. Over the middle here to Wilson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Murray now to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Darnold. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Darnold.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd and a couple.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Charbonnet is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Darnold down to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Myers' kick is good. And they have regained the lead.
So they're able to answer back here in the 3rd quarter with a field goal of their own to move back in front by 3.
It's like watching a tennis match, isn't it? Who's going to be able to break serve? Is it going to be Borg or is it going to be McEnroe in one of their great Grand Slam epics? Go ahead and look it up, folks.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A run, it's DeMarcano.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And a Cardinal first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Murray.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Here's Horton.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Walker.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good.
The key here.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's DeMarcado.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Murray now.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
39-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Cardinals 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
From the gun, Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st.
Cardinals 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Murray going to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Knight on the handoff.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Bam Knight, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Darnold.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. The Cardinals on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
First down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. I think a lot of time when you see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! Marvin Harrison Jr., 51 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Able to power through. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to throw, Darnold.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their legs.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
He completes this to Walker.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To the air again, Darnold. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now it's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cobb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Darnold.
Pass caught, Arroyo right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo
From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
38. Seahawks 35.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Marvin Harrison Jr. headed onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
19 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. Now Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Straight ahead, Walker. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 81 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Walker now on first and 10.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Here's Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. Myers' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Murray now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Now 2nd and 4. On the carry, here's Knight. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. To throw, it's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And a Cardinal first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. This is Knight.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Zonovan Knight,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. That's down the field. He's got a royal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Darnold.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Remember, the 1 timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now it's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Darnold now to throw.
That is caught, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
To throw is Murray.
He's got this downfield to McBride.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So it all rides now on the foot of the kicker, Chad Ryland.
This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Cardinals win it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.